So I was raised in this thinking that single motherhood was just it's a glorious, it's a lifestyle that is just, that's it right there. That's like the prime right there, you know? And its reality is this, it's not like this in other countries. They don't even allow single parenting at all, period. It's like a crime in some places. Even here in Florida, they don't, well, I mean, the other states too, but they don't allow just one parent to be responsible for a child. It's pretty well established. But as I was so thinking that single motherhood, because I was raised by my single mother, that's like, wow, the Paragon. She's doing this all by herself. And so today's being the 30th of June 2023, yesterday. Happy birthday, Mom. So I would say it was, man, it took a long time. I'm 43 years old already. Probably when I hit about 40, where it's like really started to sink in, like these single mothers, no, this is just beyond skankism. I mean, it's really bad. You see what's, I mean, and I've always seen this, I've always said this, that I went into the ministry of working for these men and women, more specifically with men though. There's only two female reformatories in Ohio and like more than 20 male. Ministry of serving men who are in prison. I was in prison, he didn't visit me. I was, sick and he didn't visit me, all that stuff. But that's Jesus saying that. And I'm not doing that as much anymore, but the point is the statistics of these men who are in prison, it's just astronomically high of men who are raised without their father. And same with women too. It's even worse actually with women. And then being victims of horrible crimes too when they're raised without their father. So if you look at like the death row, for example, I mean, I don't think I've ever met a man who was not on death row, who was on death row, who had their biological father with them in their whole life. I kind of like this view I'm doing here. I've got shade over here and then none over here. There you go. The window is off to the west day. So I've gotten through this and I've really just been soaking in this, how important. I mean, I've always seen this and stuff, but it's like you've really got to get these children, with, I don't care what age it is, 25, 50, they've got to have some kind of communication at some point and continuing with the relationship. This country's like, they in the white supremacy, they like the idea that the parents are the gods, and that's how they see people in this country. The mother and the father, especially the mother, she runs everything. That goes back in slavery too. They called the mother at the plantations the house mom, or the mama, and she was pretty much ran the show. So I don't know what else to say right now. So it's like putting it out there that I'm free and I can see it too. I see it. I mean, I have 7 children so far, and I see how they're single mothers. It was not, I never listened. God hates divorce. I never signed up for this. I honor and then respect their wishes to do what they've done, but at the same time, it's like I still have to have some kind of relationship with my children. And this country, though, and I'm glad now that I'm out of it, I see why I am, because I'm not going to be this tyrant or God over the children, which is what they do in this country. That's why we got the problems we got to do in this country. That the crimes by children in the schools, you see it. I just, it's hard for me to even talk about it. It's that bad. Oh, but it is what it is. You see, this country, as sick as they are in this country, I talk about the STD rates. I talk about all the crime and we lead the world every crime category imaginable. Most STDs, most sicknesses, and you wonder why. This is it right here, and you see a man right here who is just infatuated and deeply proud of his children and in love with his children. I've always been just serving my children. It's always, you can see the videos and the pictures, but that doesn't cut it in this country. They don't like that. We out.